Hey bro, how are you?
What's up? Ah,
I'm good, man. I'm good. Long time.
long time. How is everything?
All is well, bro. All is well.
That's nice. How's the news?
Hey, the news, bro. It was wild. I didn't trade it direct, but I traded
I
after.
I actually trade CJ, but I was
Oh,
in a position since London.
oh, okay, okay, okay.
Sorry, since Asian. I was
Oh,
in a
yeah, yeah.
position since Asian. So I actually scaled out just maybe 2, 3 minutes after the news.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, just some 30 pips. I decided to close because this news is just crazy.
Yeah, true. I also didn't know what they were going to do. I had sales on CHFJPY. I had sales here. I think I entered. Wait, did I enter here? I think I entered somewhere here because I was looking at the previous day's
My
high.
entry my entry was 165576.
165576. Okay, let me check. Okay, let me see.
I think just at the body of that candle.
165.
576.
165576. Okay, okay, okay. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
All right, I see, I see.
yeah.
So what I did, I
No,
was in this cell and my stop loss was here. Then when they moved here, I moved my stop loss maybe to here. Then they pulled back and took me out. But I checked and I saw my setup was still valid, so I re-entered. Then I just scalped it, I think, until here. Then I closed.
oh,
Although the setup might still play, I feel like this CPI news, I didn't know how it would affect this pair. So I just wanted
that's
to,
why I closed out because
yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't know how the news would affect it. That
yeah,
was the main
exactly.
reason why I closed out.
Yeah, true, true. So right now I've just been stoking on Nasdaq. The thing
Ah,
is,
Nasdaq.
I noticed US 30 fell. You see on the setup here, extended this leg here, then they just melted. Soon as they came
Nasdaq is just
below the previous day's high, they just rejected it here and they continued selling. Then I think
mm,
US 500 did the same thing. Let me check. US 5. It was a bit of a different pattern, but almost the same, reacting off the previous day's high. They also broke, came back below, then they sold. So I was expecting the same for Nasdaq. Then Nasdaq just disappointed me. So I feel like they
Nasdaq has
dropped.
been crazy these days. I decided not to even trade it today
Oh yeah,
due
I
to the
think
news.
I actually want to sell. You see this
It was
setup I have.
just crazy moves.
I still want to sell it based on this setup here. So we've come back above the previous day's high. We created a new peak here at I think this is the kill zone hour, the ICT kill zone.
Yeah.
We haven't really broken a structure. We've just been held by this breaker block here. So if we break it here, I'm selling since price is already reacted off this lead to imbalance
Fair
here.
value.
So if
Yes.
we break it, I'm looking for a quick scalp sell.
Down to the
I'm
low.
not sure. I'm not sure if it will drop much though. But let's see. Let's see. Let's see what happens. I'm trying to remove these. Okay, yeah. So if we have a close below the zone, I'm considering selling. But at the same time, I'll just be cautious because if you notice, the higher time frame, let me check. They've been sort of like pushing up. You can see there's been a bit of an uptrend going on here.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I feel like we've been coming up for too long. We could be creating a high of the week here, maybe a little retracement into Friday. Um,
Before they push up.
yeah, they could still push up as well. So I don't really want to commit onto the trade. I just want to see if I can get a quick scalp. If I can get a quick scalp, then I'll take it. But if my sell setup is not confirmed here, then I'm not selling. Because if they extend this high, then definitely they will continue pushing up. Then I'll leave it for today. I'll have to trade it tomorrow. Yeah. I think, this core CPI confused me. Let me show you my alerts today. These alerts were done in the morning.
Wow.
When I was looking at the charts, let me see. Does it show dates? Let me see. Trigger 12, 12, 12. Okay, yeah. From the 12th, you can see where CHF JPY, the setup played out. I had it marked. Then I had Euro USD yesterday as
Sell
high
setup.
sell zone. So let me show you what I was looking at on EU. Okay, Nasdaq will have to leave it. You can see it's coming back for these highs, so I don't have any pattern here, so I'll leave it. So let me show you how I was looking at EU. Where's EU? And I even marked the setup. You see this setup? I marked it at in the morning when I had these alerts. So I had this
Zero drawdown.
bro. I had this peak pre-London, right? And it was reacting off the previous day's high. So when I came to the charts during London, I saw this fair value gap here in this zone. Then I just marked them and I put an alert right there. That was the alert which triggered. So because of CPI now, I was confused. I didn't want to take it in case they shoot up. So I was just watching, and they just tapped into it and they just dropped literally zero drawdown trade if I had taken it. But because of the news, I just had to play it safe.
Yeah.
Play it safe. Let me see the other ones. I think almost all my setups which I had alerts of, because you see, after the core CPI, they even continued dropping. I don't know why Nasdaq refused to drop today. I don't know what they are playing at. But anyways, let me check the other alert I had. So I had, okay, there's EU. Then I had gold.
I wanted to sell
for
gold
sales
too.
Yeah, I was stoking it for sales even when the alert
around 85, around 1885, and they just tapped with zero drawdown. I don't know why I didn't took that trade.
But I
swear
think
I don't know.
it's always good not to trade during news, because news, price can do anything.
Yes.
So I had on gold, I had this zone, and I was just hoping that they would extend the highs somehow, or maybe create equal highs, then drop. So when the alert sounded, price was here. This is when I got the alerts. Then I knew core CPI is coming. I was like, no, let me leave it. Then if you see, they just extended that leg, then extended this high slightly, then they dropped. So these setups are actually good to use for the future, because on the next event, usually patterns are the same. You just have to figure out where the previous day's range is. Once you mark the previous day's high and the low, you just look for a pattern around those areas. So it's either you're trading away from the previous day's high, which makes it like a flip zone, or you're trading towards it. If you get like an M pattern or an extended leg here, that's basically how I'm using it. I'm just trying to keep it simple these days, just to avoid a lot of confusion. Let me check. I'm still okay. Nasdaq seems like it's dropping now. Let me go back to it and see what's going on. Okay, there we go. You see, we were busy talking. I would have sniped it, but I think I'll sell Nasdaq now, because my setup is valid. It's either it will play out or it won't. Let's see. So they gave equal highs here. They've broken this structure now. Fair value gap would be this one. Let me just remove these writings here. Okay, I think selling at CMP, and they can possibly retrace into this. I'll just have it tight. This is a quick scalp. It's either it will play out or it won't. If they retrace into that fair value gap, I'm going to enter right there. Let's see. And I'm also going to have sell stops here in case they don't want to retrace. And if you notice, they're still bouncing around the previous day's high right here.
Yes.
Yeah, so they have to sell, man. They have to. The other indices sold. I'm so frustrated with Nasdaq because today I really wanted to like kill it. I wanted to kill it, but it refused to pay me. Okay, let's see. See, it should drop. It should drop. It should drop. Unless, of course, the dealer is thinking to do other things. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, this was also an imbalance here. This one here. Yeah, let's see. Nasdaq. This is my last setup of the day. So while we wait for this, let me check what else I was looking at here. GA. Yesterday high sales. Oh, these are active. They are not yet triggered. I'm just like stoking on price. Then I had GU. I had another clean setup on GU as well, which just melted. Let me show you to you just now. Is GU.
You're still stuck in buys on oil because
Oil, I was
I'm
stoking it,
seriously.
but I'm sort of giving up on it. I've been stoking on it for a long time. It even covered that gap from Monday. The gap was covered and I've just been stoking it. Okay, so GU, let me go to M15. GU, it was the same with EU. I just had a fair value gap. And I noticed
Wow.
price was already reacting off this level from yesterday.
Just the same.
Yeah. And the alert was right there, bruh. Zero drawdown trade, but I didn't take it because of CPI. I also left it. I just let it go, but it's just melted, man. Then I had a setup on this one, but the broker I have, the Profem doesn't have the thing, this asset is GBP Usually it correlates with GU. That's why you see here I have them next to each other. So it was almost the same pattern, yeah. So this one now reacted off an order block. Right, they came and touched. But my broker doesn't have it doesn't have this asset, so I just let it go. But it was the same pattern, same thing. But I even waited for it again here on top. I thought maybe at the news they would spike up, then sell, but they didn't. They just dropped. So yeah. This price, what it needs is a lot of patience, bro. Lot of patience.
Lot of patience for it.
As long as you're patient, I feel like patience also minimizes risk because you do not just enter randomly. You wait at least for like a high probability zone before executing the trade. So yeah, I think that's me. That was me today. Let's see, what else did I have? What else? Yeah, I think that's all. Gold, I was talking for souls. Yeah, we looked at gold. So that's it. So for now, this one is the one I'm referring to now. GBP SGD, yesterday high sniper sell. I was waiting for it here, so this one didn't come back. I'm just going to delete. No, I'm not going to delete this because they might pull back at Asian. If this is the peak formation for the week, they might still come back up here, so I'll just leave it. Then CHF JPY, let's Let's see, what else did I mark there? Or is this order block here? So I still feel these guys, they might come back up into this order block here. That's a possible play right there on CHF JPY. That's the other reason why I also closed the sell I had here, because I still feel they might want to come tap. I don't think they've tapped into it here properly. So if they can come and tap it, I definitely want to execute a sell there. Definitely need to execute a sell. So my reasoning for that setup, let me show you where it's coming from. If you look at the H1, price has sort of, if you switch to a line chart, you see that price is hit like equal highs right there. Yeah, so that's also where the order block is, and price can potentially retrace into that area and drop. So if you come to the candles now, there's the order block. So price has broken this structure there. That's for me, that shows me willingness for a possible sell. So structure broken, this one also broken. So we're getting a retracement. This, I don't think this is an imbalance here, but if it is, it's a very tiny one. But I'm just basing this setup off this order block. If it triggers, and if I get nice price action and a pattern on M1, then I'll definitely hold this one until it comes at least to this level here, which is around 164,800. But we'll see. We'll see how price plays out.
My buy limit was triggered in oil.
Oh, on oil. Yeah, let's look at oil, because oil, I've just
my
been
buy
saying,
limit just triggered just now.
Okay, my buy limit is on the bottom here. I think I'm not sure if I shared this in the group. I was waiting for it to retrace at least into this area here, because price already rejected or reacted off the previous day's lows. So they pushed up, but they didn't retrace to give a pattern. So I'm not sure if they will come back down, but they might, because with price, we can never say never. They might pull back down. Yeah, so I'll just leave my limit right there. And the other reason why I still want to buy oil is because of this war going on in Israel. I feel like somehow it will disrupt oil production in the Middle East, or somehow it will affect oil in such a way that the price of oil has to shoot up one way or the other. Yeah, so I've just been wanting to catch that trade, but it seems like they don't want to come to me. Okay, that thing just disappeared. Let me put it back on. Yeah, something like this. Then in terms of the take profit now, let's see higher time frames. Okay, in terms of take profit, I think I was just targeting price to at least break this level. Then if we look to the far left, this area here, I can still get there, but I'm not yet convinced on the price. Even on a higher time frame, you can see I even mapped it out, I think, from the daily. Yeah, I was like, price is to come and fill in the gap. Once the gap is filled, price can potentially come and react either here, of which that's what exactly it did. But then when I dropped to the smaller time frame, my pattern didn't confirm. That's the only reason why I'm not in this buy. So they've hit this zone. They are pushing up, yes, but you know, when they're pushing up, I still want this pattern. This is the pattern I want. I want the structure broken. I want a retracement.
Back to you.
Yeah, so they haven't given me that retracement on M15. They haven't. They just pushed. So if you see, they came tapped. Then M15, they just pushed up.
That's why
yeah, I'll just wait. But again, sometimes
My
they
stop loss.
sometimes they just push up without retracing. It happens. If they do that, then I guess this might be a miss. Or I might consider, if I see them break here, I might consider leaning on this level because this was an order block right on I think this was Tuesday's lows. So price broke retraced. So it's an order block which they've hit now. So if they can break it and show momentum of pushing up, if they retrace to this zone, I might consider buying from here. But for now, I'm still on the sidelines, just patiently waiting, patiently waiting.
Let's see if it plays out.
Yeah, we'll patiently wait. Nasdaq is refusing to do what I wanted to do. They're just playing on the same meter. You see, what they've been doing this week, it's been so frustrating. Let me show you. It's so frustrating.
Nasdaq.
This was this Monday. Let me see. Yeah, this was Monday. Monday, I came to the charts. I was like, you know what? I want to kill Nasdaq, and I want to kill it with a buy. I got in the buy after this candlestick closed right here. Right, I got in right here. My stop loss was right below this area. They came back, took me out. I got back in again. I think from a smaller time frame, something told me to buy again. Again, they took me out. And I was like, you know what? I'm done for the day. I left the screen because I was outside my kill zone now. Then the pattern eventually played out. I was
Wow.
like, okay, shit, that's a miss. That was Monday. Then Tuesday, what happened on Tuesday? Tuesday, I don't know what happened. I think my mind state was a bit messed up. I got in without a confirmation. For some reason, I got in during this M15 candle on this red one here. That's when I got in. I think I was also looking for buys because I was looking for a continuation. Then what happened is it took me out again. My stops were too tight. It took me out. And on this particular one, I had used all my bullets for that day. I had them on one trade. So as soon as it took me out, I couldn't re-enter. Otherwise, I would have gone against my rules. So eventually, they gave the next candle now was the confirming candle, this green one here. This was a nice confirming candle. And after that, you can see the pattern formed in here on the 1 minute time frame. Then it pushed up again. That was a miss for me. That was Tuesday. Then yesterday we had no electricity. We had load shedding. Yesterday, I was looking for cells. So our electricity went exactly at 4 p.m. I think I had marked, I wanted to scalp a cell. Let me just check the time. When it was 4, yeah, 4 p.m. was this candle here. I was literally going to wait. I was waiting for it with self stops right there. But I think I'm also happy we had load shedding because if we had electricity, I might actually have executed the sell. And again, it would have taken me out. And it came, gave equal highs. Then the sell played out before the buy happened. Then this is today. You can see today, I want to sell. It's going up, it's coming down, and it's eventually selling now. Okay, it's melting. Okay, at least I've caught this one. Let me just check on my phone if it's been executed. Let's see. So yeah, that's it. That has been my story on Nasdaq. Even today, earlier, I was waiting for it to break here. They didn't break. They pushed back up. The price action has just been ugly, man. It's just been ugly. So this one, I'll see if it plays out. But whether it plays out or it doesn't, this is my last setup for the day. I'm done. Then I'll come back tomorrow and see what's up.
See.
But yeah.
I was out of setups. I just set the limits on oil and then on GJ
Oh yeah,
sell
yeah, yeah.
limit. I had this sell limit on GJ.
Oh
It
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
play out, but I have the sell limit on GJ.
Not,
But oil is in motion, so I'll just see.
yeah, yeah. We'll see how it
But
goes.
I'm not really convinced.
Even me too. I feel
I have
like
a very long.
yeah.
The stop loss is very use. The stop loss is very far.
Yeah.
but
let,
I'm
let,
just willing
let's
to
let's
play out
let's
the
see
trade.
what happens. I feel like they will gap it again over the weekend. We're gonna wake up with a gap on Monday. That might be the determining factor. So this is Nasdaq for me, bro. I think it's taking me out straight. So this week Nasdaq has literally refused to pay me, but I'm not giving up. Tomorrow I'll be back. Tomorrow I'll be back. I still need to catch a good trade with Nasdaq. So yeah, that's me for the day, bro. These were my setups for the day, and yeah, we'll come back tomorrow and see what the market has.
Sure. Are you on synthetics?
Sorry. Oh, on synthetics, yes,
Synthetic.
yes, yes. Let me check. I actually had a buy. Let me see if it didn't take me out. I had a buy on BE5. Hey, this might have taken me out. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Because again,
Just I did.
my
I
buy
just
is
yeah, you sent it on the group. I just check it. I think it was just at your stop loss. I don't think it
yeah, yeah,
triggered
yeah.
this, but it was
Yeah,
just at the stop.
yeah. Let me check. Let me check. Let me check. But yeah, that's my setup. My view again is just based on where price is going. I feel like we're bullish even on the daily.
Yeah, I checked the
Uh,
daily. That was
yeah.
what I checked. I actually checked the daily.
Mhm.
It was bullish, but the daily there's a zone I want them to just take out.
Oh yeah.
There is this zone on the
Let me
daily
let me
candle.
go. Let me go on the daily.
When they take it out, I think it will go very, very, very bullish.
Oh yeah. So for me,
Anticipating.
yeah, they really have to push up. I feel like it will also happen like they will just have a day whereby they're going to be very bullish and literally like cover this whole gap here.
Yes, yes, yes. This gap
Yeah,
long
yeah, there's a
shorts,
gap
right?
here. There's a gap which needs to be covered. So let's see. But for now, my setup for now, I want price to at least come here. Then from here, we'll
Where
see what happens. They might retrace, then maybe give us that move which we want. Because what
okay
I've
from
noticed, the thing with B5, it moves. How can I put it? If you notice on the smaller time frame, it likes to
mhm.
retrace a lot. It has small
So a
impulsive
lot.
moves,
Yes,
yeah.
yes,
Then
yes,
it
yes.
retraces
Yes.
an impulse
It's
and retraces.
because there was
Yeah,
this time that I opened a trade and the trades were just coming back and forth
yeah,
and I
yeah,
was
yeah.
just following the retracement. I was just I was just scalping up and down the
Yeah,
retracement.
the way it's so frustrating, bro. And
Yeah, it
sometimes
is.
you end up, let's say you're in this trade here, you see it pushes up, comes back down. Let's say you enter here, you get in good
Yes.
profits, it comes back to entry. You get back
Yes.
in good profits, it comes back to almost a
Back to
third of the
entry.
profit. Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
sometimes you give up, you'll be like, okay, let me just close. The time you close is the time they will start just pushing up, pushing up, pushing up. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's a good asset to trade. And if the
that
ones which
is.
move fast is B1. If you want to make your money
I love
fast,
that.
you trade
I love.
B1.
I think
Yeah,
that's my favorite.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
B1 is just.
B1, you know that
If
if
you
you are
have a setup,
correct,
it
yeah,
plays. It
if you are
plays
correct, it pays you fast because the
fast,
spikes are like
very
20
fast.
pips, 30 pips, 20 pips, 30 pips.
Yes.
Within like a few hours, already his take profit and
Yeah.
you would
Out.
have moved a lot
Yeah.
of pips. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. I love B1.
Yeah,
I
B1
love
is one of
B1.
my best, especially if I catch it in a
It's
good
actually my
trend.
best.
Yeah, you know it will pay you.
It will
Yeah,
surely.
because even you see this last green M15 candle, it's actually 40 pips. It's just this
Mm.
last one. So it doesn't matter where you enter as long as you've entered in at the right spot,
Yes.
which
Yes.
gives you less
That's
risk.
one
Yeah,
thing I noticed
yeah,
about
yeah,
B1.
yeah.
If you
B1, yeah.
have the right, yes. If you have the right set, it's just going to.
Yeah, true, true, true. So yeah, for now, B5 is my only setup. J10, I scalped it earlier with a quick buy. It was a quick one though. C1, I also scalped a little bit. C1 frustrated me last week. See, this was last week. This is H4. So this was last week, my price action. I wanted sells from here. I was selling, bro, and I was targeting these areas here.
Mm.
I sold, took me out. I sold, it took me out. I sold, it took me out. I sold, it took me out. Then I gave up. You can see where I stopped analyzing. This is where I stopped analyzing here. Then after that, I noticed that, oh, eventually it started dropping, but I was already frustrated. I was like, you know what? Let me just leave it for a while. Otherwise, I'll go crazy following this thing.
Sure.
So yeah, then now I feel like it will retrace a bit. I don't really have a good setup on it. But I was also
On C5?
C5 I was active. Let me show you my trade. Okay, so what happened with C5, I wasn't sure of it, but I saw initially this M pattern and I scalped it here, closed. Then I saw the third hit here. I also scalped it here and I closed. I'm still not sure if they really want to come down to the previous day's lows, but there's high potential that they can come down. So what I've marked now, I've got let me show you the zone I currently have. So I've got this order block here. So right here, if I can get a reaction, I need an M15 candle which respects the zone here. If I get a candle which is familiar, like maybe a doji or a hammer like this one here, I'll still consider selling, and I'll be looking forward for price to actually, if they break this area here, then we are definitely coming to these lows. So again, I think that will be my last setup for today on synthetic. So this is what I'm looking at. I need a reaction here for sales, and once they break here, I'll scale in, because definitely they should be coming down to these areas.
You want?
I want them to break this zone here.
On C1?
Yeah, on C5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, C500. So as soon as they, I think this is also the current low of today on C5. So as soon as they break the current lows, I'll actually add more positions here, and price should go at least to 42.90 as the TP. It's not really a big move, but I think it will be worth it. But if they come back above here, we'll just see how they
above this high.
Yeah, above today's highs.
I think it would come just before this highs, before going.
Yeah. So let's just see how they react.
Maybe I'll just have a sell limit there.
Yeah.
Because it's going down on a daily basis.
Yeah. True.
It's
So it's always good to trade with. Yeah, you see this price action on the daily. This shows that price is actually coming down. So what we want, okay, this is H4. Last week, I'm not sure if you caught this. I caught this from the top here, bro.
Which?
Right here, on C5. Yeah,
I caught it too.
Here. I caught it too. Caught it on the top, and I held it. I'm not sure where exactly I exited, somewhere in here. Then they retraced, then they eventually came in. But I was so happy on that particular day because I caught the ultimate high for the day and for the week.
Wow.
Yeah, and it just
actually melted. Mine wasn't really on the high, but I caught it too.
Oh yeah, that's also
on the candle. But it was a very good trade.
Yeah. So if you see this pattern, for me, I feel like we're still selling. Yeah, we're still selling. But again, if you notice, I've got this zone ahead here, which I was targeting last week. So it was broken. So they might extend the current highs which we have, just to frustrate everyone who's correct now. Yeah.
Yes, I think they'll just go high. Higher than the high of the day.
Yeah.
And come down.
True. So we'll just keep an eye on it. If they come here and give us a reason to sell, then we're going to sell, and hopefully we will get a good trade, because this, from a higher time frame, you can see that it's got potential to actually come down.
Yes.
Yeah, we just need to keep stoking it, and once we get a good entry, we execute. All right, bro. I think for me, that's all for today. Let me see C3. Okay, C3 is nothing. These days, I've begun trading C300, crash 300. Yeah, but for now, I don't have anything clear. This one, usually it needs you to be very accurate. because it
Oh,
moves fast. Yeah, even a small drawdown, if you've got a small account, hey, it really eats up on your equity.
C3?
Yeah, C3,
Wow.
yes. So you need to catch it while it's in motion. When you see it consolidating
Okay.
like this, you have to stay out, stay away. But once it
Okay.
gets out of this consolidation, once you see motion, then you look for entries because
Okay.
it also pays fast. It pays fast. Once you get a good trade, you can
And
easily
then
make
you're done.
50. Yeah, you get a good pips. So for now, I've got nothing there. Yeah, I think that's it for today, right? If I've got something, I'll just update in the group.
No worries.
Okay, my man. Thanks for joining, man. Thanks for the chat.
Sure.
All right, cheers, bro. Cheers.
Sure.